Come to Bauchi, a state in northern Nigeria.
This film offers a rare insight into one of the most dangerous places in Nigeria.
Violence against women, including sexual abuse, abandonment, domestic violence, child marriage, and other forms, are just a few of the risks women face on a daily basis.
Charity Women for Women International wanted to bring the realities of life there to an audience who would otherwise never get to see it.
It's literally brave even for our staff to go into the community that you see in the film. There's so much kidnapping, there's so much conflict, there's so many attacks. We are trying to open up people's understanding of a different part of the world that they don't have access to, not only because you can't fly there because it's too risky or dangerous, but also because it's not covered in our news here.
Dada had to flee her home with her young children in the middle of the night because of Boko Haram. The idea of this film was that you become completely immersed in Dada's life and see the world through her eyes. She's now enrolled in the charity's Stronger Women, Stronger Nations programme.
Learning how to earn an income and save, gain knowledge and resources to care for their families, and defend their rights.
None of that is easy in a patriarchal society.
Women have been stopped on their way to going to the training center by religious leaders who say you should not be doing this. It's incredibly brave.
Yet despite early reservations, Dada's husband is supportive.
My message for Women International is that they continue the good work, not only in Bauchi, but the whole world.
That stood out for Nigerian actor, author and activist Stella Damasus.
That for me gave me so much joy and hope, because it wasn't just about Dada and the women. When I saw Dada's husband actually talking about supporting, that was for me like, oh my goodness, this is possible. Because the issues that we've had is men making all the decisions for women.
The charity says that kind of shift in attitude can only happen by working within the existing societal structure.
I call it bending norms without breaking relationships. So all the staff are local, all the staff understand the culture, all the staff are wanting women to have more power, and they are the ones that figure out what is going to work to advance women's rights in this context. And that looks different in northern Nigeria than it does in Afghanistan, than it does in South Sudan.
Since joining the programme, Dada's expanded her rice-selling business to include seed cake and groundnuts, increasing profits more than 5 times over.
In 3 years' time, I hope to expand my business to a point where I can set up a shop to sell provisions in front of my house.
Stella Damasus believes things are changing for women in her country.
I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be easy, we're going to solve everybody's problem. But I will say that the awareness has begun. There are more and more women who are beginning to realize their potential and see the importance of understanding their human rights. And in the next 5 to 10 years, I believe that a lot of women, especially the younger generation, will live different and do different, and it will be better.
That, says Laurie Adams, is vital, not just for Nigeria, but for the world.
It intimately affects us. What happens? Nigeria is arguably the most important economy alongside South Africa on the whole continent. What happens in Nigeria affects the whole continent, affects the whole world. We have a direct interest in making sure that Nigeria is prosperous, peaceful, and that women have power there. Women like Dada, they're changing the world for all of us.
The charity hopes that showing this film thousands of miles from Africa will help to spread that message across the world. Kate Fisher, SABC News, Washington.